My name is Diana J. Noble, and I'm here to talk about Evangelina Takes Flight, my debut novel. So I live in Washington State currently with my family. I'm married and have 3 kids, but I was born in South Texas in Laredo, Texas, on the border between Texas and Mexico. But my father's job took us all over the country. We moved to New Mexico, Colorado, Louisiana. We lived in a couple different cities in Texas, but I arrived here in Washington State in 8th grade. I still work full-time. I work at the Boeing Company in human resources, but I started writing Evangelina Takes Flight 7 years ago, almost as kind of a hobby, if you will, wondering if I was really capable of writing a book, questioning myself, wondering if I was creative enough to write a fiction. But I went to community college, took a class, and came away with 5 chapters and a professor that was really encouraging and said, keep going. So I kept writing the book, making connections in the writer world, and wound up with Evangelina Takes Flight 4 years later. It took me 4 years to write and then a couple of years to get it published, and it was published in May of 2017. But the book is about 13-year-old Evangelina de Leon. She lives on a beautiful ranch with her large family, her parents, her grandfather or her abuelito, and her 6 siblings. And it's a peaceful, idyllic life. But during her sister's quinceañera, which they've been planning for months, and that's her sister's 15th birthday, which is a special tradition in Mexican culture, news arrives that the revolution is growing, the soldiers are moving north, and her town is going to be under siege at any time. So she and her family have to make the decision to stay or flee. And of course, to secure their security, they have to go. So they have about 24 hours to pack up. They flee for Southeast Texas, where they have a relative. And when they get to Southeast Texas, it's a long journey, it's an interesting journey. When they get there, there's a tremendous amount of discrimination. And Evangelina has to figure out a new life in a new land with tremendous amount of adversity, and kind of find her way and find a new hope in a place that's really very unwelcoming. Just like to thank the Texas Library Association and the Spirit of Texas Reading Program for selecting Evangelina Takes Flight. It's a great honor, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you.